up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, The Unpopular Party, hosted by me, Party Next Short, and today we are going to be talking about this PR relationship between Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. We're going to be exposing it and looking at things from a different point of view. Now, I don't mean exposed in a bad way. He's a Swiftie. You see the shirt, go Taylor's boyfriend. But we're going to get all into it. If you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe to this channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this channel, supporting this channel, sending me all love and support. And if you want to send me more love and support, I am nominated this year for 3 Boss Babes Awards. I'm nominated for Boss Babe Media of the Year, YouTuber of the Year, and Influencer of the Year. So if you want to cast a vote for me, the link will be in the description box below. And I thank you in advance. But in the meantime, let's get into my thoughts. So like I stated, I don't say exposed in a bad way. I just want to let you know that the NFL was not finna let this investment go to waste. I know you've been asking yourself, like, why has Taylor been getting all this media coverage from the NFL? She's not the first celebrity to date a baller. Melanie did it from the game and they ain't say nothing about her. But let's start with a little bit of the basics. So let's start with who Travis Kelce is. So Travis used to be in a relationship with this girl named Kayla Nicole, and they was together for 5 years. And Travis used to go viral a lot with her, just like with his fit or haircut standing next to her. Like, they used to always go viral in that aspect. But they were together for 5 years, and in 2022 they broke up.
They may call you a traitor for falling in love. You'll hope the ones closest will protect you, but you will quickly find out that people don't protect what they don't value. They'll say you're too much, too provocative, too boisterous, too outspoken, and in the same breath tell you that you're not enough, not successful enough, not wholesome enough, maybe not even intelligent enough. They'll say you deserve the backlash and embarrassment. Because of your blackness, you should have known better.
Fast forward after that, in July of 2023, in that time frame, it started being rumbling about a potential relationship between Travis and Taylor Swift, especially after they saw him at the Taylor Swift concert. The Eras conversation is right after the Met Gala, but keep that in mind. Depending that for a far-fetched theory I'm gonna do later on in this video. But anyways, it's the start of the NFL season, and we started seeing headlines about Travis and Taylor being together. And mind you, this is around what, September 2023? And there's always been talking in code in the blogs, like, oh, is there a romance brewing? Is love in the air? Are they together? It all led to that big reveal when Taylor was at the Kansas City Chiefs game.
Hey. How you doing?
Then the NFL all of a sudden they start using Taylor Swift's song "Welcome to New York" in the background for their promo videos. So it's like, From there was all the media coverage. Now, me personally, I was like, I wouldn't think too much into it. At the time, I was like, maybe they just cool. He just got a relationship, so I doubt he's trying to get into a new one. But in hindsight, boy, was I wrong. The NFL coverage about Taylor was back to back to back. Is Taylor showing up to the game today? Look, Taylor's with the mom. Look, Taylor's with the Mahogany Boy girlfriend. It got to the point, even from the official NFL page, that they was talking about Taylor. And some people thought it was like strange. Cause like the NFL demographic is like my daddy age. Like, I just think about my dad. My dad is not trying to see Taylor Swift. He going off at the TV because the Steelers losing. I'm just thinking like the NFL demographic of men, they're not really interested in Taylor Swift. So why is she getting all this excessive coverage? Like, you notice even on ESPN, they talking more about Taylor than they are the game. I'm like, is this Hot Topics? And that literally went on all season, leading up to one of the biggest wins of the year when the Chiefs won the Super Bowl. Now, I know a little something about sports because, fun fact, I used to be athletic. Yeah, I used to play football in high school. I know a little something about sports. But the thing is, you really didn't have to know nothing about sports to know the Chiefs was gonna win that game. Especially us marketing majors. We called everything because this is a perfect story. NFL hasn't had big coverage like this in a minute. NFL hasn't had it to where a younger and outside demographic was disinvested in a minute. Yes, it is sports, but it's still a business and politics at the end of the day. I said that week, I said my thoughts on the Super Bowl, they're gonna let you think the 49ers are gonna win. I said no team is gonna have more or less because they have to keep you invested, but they're gonna let you think that the 49ers are going to win. And I said at the last second, boom, they're gonna go into overtime. Like, I was literally calling my friends the whole night because I was like, didn't I tell y'all? Because they don't think I know nothing about sports. They think I just know entertainment. I'm like, I know sports when it meshes with entertainment and mess. And I said, this is entertainment. This is a story. So when they went into overtime, I said, what did I tell you? And I said, for my people who was on my TikTok live and who on my TikTok, I made a TikTok, I said in overtime, I said the 49ers is gonna kick that ball. And they're gonna kick that ball and give them 3 points. And I said the Chiefs at the last second, they are going to turn up and get that touchdown. Didn't I tell you they were gonna go into overtime? Didn't I tell y'all? This is no longer about the game. This is PR and marketing right here. I told y'all this morning, it's gonna be a tie call in the fourth. You're gonna think the 49ers winning. And guess what? They're gonna tie it up at the last second. Wanna know why? Because it's perfect ammunition. Travis gonna go in overtime and tee up. Taylor gonna look shocked. Taylor gonna look nervous. That's gonna be all part of the plan. He gonna run that ball in this overtime period. and he gonna get that ring. And then he gonna take that ring and he gonna give her a ring. If I'm lying about what happened, come up with something, I'll take that. But if that don't happen, baby, she getting that ring tonight. Because that's cinema. The 49ers get them 3-point lead and they be like, all they gotta do is just hold them. And the camera is panning to Taylor. And Taylor's like, oh my God, what is going on? All leading up to that moment when that mahogany boy get the ball, running in and get that touchdown in the last seconds and win. That's literally everything that happened. And the people on TikTok, for my people that was on my live and that saw the video, they was like, this is literally what's happening in real time. Now, here's the thing. I'm gonna throw a lot of sports terms to you guys. So hold on 1 second. I knew this was gonna happen, so I drew something up for you guys, okay? You see this? I'm gonna use this to break down some sports to you guys, okay? So let's pretend this is the baddie bowl. Let's pretend we got house A over here, okay? And we got house B over here, okay? See this blue line down the middle? That's the starting line. This is where we finna meet. When they about to have their reunion, this is where they finna meet. And we got my 5 versus your 5, okay? We got Suki at left tackle. We got Sapphire at right tackle. We got Rolly in the center. We got Scotty at left guard. And for conversation purposes, we got E.T. at right guard. Natalie the QB, okay? You see that? Natalie's the QB. House B side, we got Biggie, Tasiki, Scott, we got Anna, and we got Camilla. We at the line. My 5 versus your 5. And House A got the ball. House A, over here, they're trying to get the ball over to the other side. And they got, see that right there? They got 4 tries to try to do that. And they're on their second try. So the first down, second down, third down, fourth down. Okay? And they just used up their first round cause Rolly ass bullshit. She done spiked the ball wrong to Natalie. Scotty ain't do her job. House B came in and tackled them, so they still at the line. So this is your second chance, right? All Rolly gotta do is snap the ball to Natalie and have Natalie throw that ball to Scotty. If Scotty take that ball and Bruce pass Scott, all Scotty gotta do is just get to this yellow line. You see that yellow line right there? If Scotty get to this yellow line, and then Biggie ass come out and tackle her, and they get to start over. Okay, they get to start over. Because in each down, you try to get past those 10 yards. So Scotty got the ball, they reset, and we're gonna keep doing this until we get to the touchdown. That's the key. That's the key to football. And if House A don't get it on that 4th try, oh well. Now House A goes to a defense, and now House B is on the offense. So now Anna gets to run that ball and try to get a touchdown. And you just keep doing that into the 4th quarter, and that's whoever got the most points. That's basically how football works. Do we get it a little now? So now that we have that out the way, let's discuss politics. 49ers couldn't win because they didn't have the WrestleMania push. Now I'm finna talk about WWE turn. I grew up watching WWE, so I know a storyline. They couldn't have either team just do a blowout because you had to be invested throughout the show. Taylor whole thing, her whole career is not finding a man. She can't either find a man or can't keep a man. But it's not really a problem because she's the innocent girl. She's the golden child. And she's just looking for her end game, okay? Now, NFL is a dying breed. Like I stated earlier, when I look at the NFL demographic, it's my daddy dem age. I don't see people my age that much talking about sports unless I'm in the wrong realm. But nobody really just checking for sports like that. If you want to get the attention back, what do you have to cross? What do you have to cross? Entertainment, myth, suspense, but not just any mess. Not just any drama, it has to make sense. So here we have the main character in this push, in this storyline, who just did a song, Karma is my boyfriend. And she's looking for that end game. Now remember how I said my crazy far-fetched Met Gala theory? Let's bring that up. I bring that theory up because I think the Chiefs is a team that has been chosen to be up next. I was always rumbling about them, but once I saw Patrick and that girl at the Met Gala, I said, They don't just let anybody at the Met Gala. And I'm not even getting into a conspiracy aspect. This is just politics. The higher ups or whoever, they have to sort out who's gonna be our next marketable sports team. Who's gonna be our next marketable sports guy. Who's up next in the athletic department. LeBron getting old, Michael Jordan getting old, Tom Brady and them, they getting old. We need somebody fresh. We need somebody new. We need somebody that's gonna represent them Gen Z and Gen Alpha kids. Who is up next? And if I'm the brand rep, hello there, this is my client, the Mahogany Boys, and I'm gonna sell them. I like Phil, but I'm gonna sell them out, promote them. And it's like after that Met in 2023, it's like, okay, I think we got our team. It's the Chiefs. Let's work that angle. But Patrick, he's with that girl. If I'm a brand rep, okay? If this is just marketing, this is just PR. If I'm a brand rep, Travis, didn't you just say you went to that Taylor Swift concert? Yeah, but did you, how was it? I mean, it was cool, it was all right. You like her? I mean, she's cool, but I ain't looking at just serious. She all right though. I call People Magazine and I need y'all to plan a story. Travis, just stay in the back. Call People Magazine and I want you to plan a story just to see what the general public thinks. Just put out there, Travis Kelce was at the Taylor Swift concert. Just to see what just test the water. Boom, the story blows up. Travis, come here. Yeah, man, what's up? So the NFL called. Travis, let me ask you something. Don't you want a ring? Well, yeah, I do want to be married one day. I'm not talking about no ring from a marriage. I'm talking about a ring that solidifies you as not only as a man and make your mark in the football world, but also to show the world in general, I'm Travis Kelce. Well, yeah, that will sound nice. What I gotta do? I need you to trust me. Date Taylor Swift. Huh? I need you to date her, woo her, flower her, make her feel good. I need you to date Taylor Swift. She's in on it as well. It's a cross-promotion opportunity that's gonna make you so much money. Put so many eyes of new girls and young women onto you. You're going to be looked at as a hero because you're gonna be Taylor's endgame for now. Taylor gets to market this as well. You're a nice looking young man. You guys look very marketable together. And it's gonna end up giving you not only sponsorships, opportunities, but it's also gonna give you a guaranteed Super Bowl ring. And all you have to do is just play well and date Taylor Swift. What do you say? That's if I'm the man. That's if I'm the rep. Before you rule me out and be like, that's crazy, the NFL is not rigged, or be like, the NFL would never do something like that, like I stated at the beginning of this video, at the end of the day, it's still politics and marketing. Is that not Total Divas and John Cena and Nikki Bella? and clock me if I'm wrong, but is that not how a lot of women and gays got into wrestling in this new way? Is they was introduced to Total Divas and they was watching Total Divas and they wanted to check out their favorite girlies from the E! Network on WWE and it opened up a new market. Is it not true that going into WrestleMania that Nikki Bella and John Cena had to push and had the momentum where it all led up at WrestleMania, the big moment, John Cena getting down on his knees, proposing to her at WrestleMania. She said yes. We're not talking about what's happening afterwards, we're talking about what's marketable. Because all else failed, we can always talk about Nikki Bella and this breakup on Total Bella so she get a new dude. And John, you're good. They're not gonna look at you as the bad guy. You know, she was, you get to be in more movies. It's perfect for everybody.
And I'm not saying their relationship per se was fake because Nikki Bella loved that boy. I feel like it was up to her. They would have actually got married and she would have stayed with him, but John was tripping. But I'm just saying, you know, at the end of the day, this is still marketable. Like, we can still use this material for TV and for wrestling purposes. And if it don't work out, we still have a story to tell.
So you mean to tell me, after that Met Gala, we're just hypothetically speaking, right? The Chiefs get media attention left and right. That Mahogany boy, his girlfriend, and Taylor, they're pictured together. Taylor is pictured with the mom. Taylor is shocked. Taylor's getting NFL coverage. Travis is getting those little in-game edits on TikTok and working with brands. Travis got the sponsorship. That other boy got the Subway deal. They popping up in there. Taylor Swift just went on to win big in her respective art. She won big at the Grammys for Album of the Year. In which, I ain't gonna lie, I know we always had this topic about Taylor Swift music. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you, I get the music, I do. I wasn't mad that Midnight's won Album of the Year. Now, I was going for SOS. I wanted SZA to win, but listen, I like Midnight's. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I get Taylor Swift music, baby. I'm on that mirror ball. Taylor kind of make music for the people who, we not ugly, we really baddies, but we just stuck on stupid. We want stupid to act right, but stupid ain't gonna act right. Cruel Summer, I'm drunk in the back of the car and I cried like a baby coming home from the bar. She cried like a baby because it wasn't that she was getting rejected at that bar. It was the fact all the men was coming up to her at that bar and she was like, I don't want none of them. I want my Mr. Can't Do Right. So that's why she was crying in the back of the car. She want her Mr. Can't Do Right. I can relate. Elizabeth Fair, she was mad as hell singing Elizabeth Fair. Don't call me kid. Don't call me baby. Wanna know why? Wanna know why? Cause they had a little nightcap. You know how I be with your little situational ship. It's like, babe, when we gonna just stop playing? He told her everything that was sweet just for the next morning. Back to business, I gotta go. And she said, don't call me kid. You show me colors, you know I can't see you with anyone else. So I get the music, but anyways, Taylor just won big for Album of the Year at the Grammys. Just for that big turnaround, Travis wins big in his respective field, the Super Bowl. His girl got the Grammy, my boy got the ring. And positioning that to be the next power couple, leading up to this moment where they hugged and kissed.
Thank you for coming, baby.
I can't believe that.
Thank you.
I can't believe you.
Thank you for the support.
How did you
Thank you
do
for
that?
coming. Thank you for making it across halfway across the world. You're the best, baby.
Oh my God.
The absolute best. Was it electric?
It was unbelievable.
Yeah, they were not missing this moment. That's why I said Chiefs was not losing because this was a seed that was been planted. They was not finna let all this media coverage go two ways. They had the WrestleMania push. So they had to capitalize off of it. I thought he was gonna propose, but I was like, nah, he ain't gonna propose tonight. But it worked out. Like, nobody lost. The Chiefs win. And now the NFL, I'm not saying they're gonna stay, but for this time being, it was introduced to so many young women. I saw more Taylor Swift themed parties than I did Super Bowl parties.
We are officially officially in our Super Bowl era. We are so excited for the big game. My family and I made these adorable friendship bracelets, but this time added little footballs to them, wrote cute sayings, endgame in our Super Bowl era. We love how these turned out. Now let's go Taylor's boyfriend.
You see this shirt? Go Taylor's boyfriend. This is not an easy shirt to get. Baby, Taylor Swift's NFL Super Bowl merch is sold out.
And I believe I read somewhere that the NFL stated that Taylor Swift had boosted sales with the NFL by 20%. But this article states that with Taylor Swift association with the Chiefs-related purchase more than tripled after first linked to Travis Kelce. And then they also stated how it was been a boost in ratings with the NFL.
And the Super Bowl being one of the biggest nights for entertainment, everybody is in on it. Usher gets to perform his art and Beyonce announces Act 2, everybody wins. And we're introducing a new wave. Now, that's a marketing point of view. If you want to get a little dark and get a little deeper, that's for a different video. I might just say that for Patreon. But what I will say, nothing is a coincidence, at least from my point of view. Allegedly, from what the street's saying, everybody's like, why is Ice Spice hanging around Taylor Swift? Well, babe, that's because that's her big in the Illuminati, allegedly. You know how in colleges, in IFC, when you rush a fraternity or sorority, because it be such a big class, you get a specific individual where it's just like, hey, this is our new batch of girls or guys, this is gonna be your little, you guide this person through the process. Not from a demonic point of view, just from this is my big, like my big brother, my big sister, I'm her little. I'm going to help you through this process and make sure you won't for nothing. That's the same with Ice Spice and Taylor Swift from my point of view, because it's like, why else would Taylor Swift want to give Ice Spice all these accolades? Taylor Swift don't never collaborate with nobody in the hip hop world, so why all of a sudden Taylor Swift collab with Ice Spice for Karma? That's a big stamp of approval. And then Ice Spice is not only in the music video, coming out to concerts, sitting next to Taylor at the VMAs, Taylor's with her at the Grammys. Allegedly from what the street's saying, Ice Spice did what she did is she with Taylor and them. She turned down that offer with Drake. That's a different video. And I will say the day of the Super Bowl, Satanic was trending. I was talking about like the satanic imagery and the symbolism there. They was talking about like with Ice Spice throwing up the upside down cross. And then, oh my gosh, that crazy, unfortunate aftermath when the Super Bowl parade was shot up. That's just what the conspiracy theories say. But what do you guys think about this whole Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce situation? Do you think it's going to last? Do you think that will be her end game? I will say I feel like the general public is starting to take more notice or just look at Taylor sideways that they never really had before. Because Taylor has always had that good girl image, but now people are just like, Taylor has always promoted number 13 because she always tried to make that number, mean something different. But it's just like, it's one of those things. If it's true, like my agenda is to send bad vibes out to the general public, like how easy would it be? 13 is a number to some people, it represents bad luck. If I want to spread their energy throughout, all I have to do is just be, hi you guys, I'm Taylor Swift and 13 is my lucky number. And it's gonna be somebody who's just like, oh my gosh, Taylor, she's so naive. Like, yeah, 13. Like, it's so easy, but that's a different video for a different day. What do you guys think? Do you think this is going to be something that lasts? Do you think he's gonna marry her? You think she's gonna perform at the Super Bowl next year? I don't know if she's gonna do all that, but let me know in the comment section and let me know if y'all want more deep dive videos like this. All right, you guys, well, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.